Hello, students. This is Professor Rejo. It's a more recent video, so you might notice that my hair is slightly different from some of your videos, from some of the other videos. I have recorded this video particularly to give you a more updated version on the term project, right? So you know that for Module 3 you will have to work on a term project, and I have set it up in such a way that the only thing that you do, aside one module discussion, is to singularly work on this term project. No assignment, no quiz, just the term project, right? So you have 2 full weeks to work on it. So during those 2 weeks, you will dedicate your time and attention to complete the first part of the term project. So the term project is in 2 parts, right? This and for this module 3 you will work on the part 1, and in module 7 you will work on part 2, right? And the reason why it has been set up in 2 parts, it's due to the fact, of course, that the project and the scope of the project requires that you have time to work on each part and each section with the proper time and the proper attention, but also because I wanted to be sure that you will be able to profit from the feedback on the part 1 and apply this feedback if you wish to, of course, apply this feedback in terms of your presentation approach, in terms of the narrated presentation document itself, your tone, your virtual presence, if you may say, for the presentation. All those feedbacks, you can then use them to part 2, and if you do that, it's money back guaranteed, if I can use a sales promotion offer here. You will see the difference. So you will see the difference in terms of improvements, right? And that's really the point. We want you to, and I want you to improve your skills, right? So the term project is, in fact, a real project from a real business with a real challenge and for a real brand, right? And for this project, what you will have to do initially is to assess the current situation, the current marketing in some ways, even though a lot of this will be given to you by me and by the agencies that I partnered with for this particular term promotion project, sales promotion project. But also primarily on the sales promotion. And so you want to really assess the situation in terms of what this particular product or brand is facing in terms of challenges or opportunities that should be leveraged for this particular product. And this challenge or opportunity that this product shall be leveraging or facing or leveraging respectively is provided to you. But we want to be sure that you fully understand and assess the various facets of the challenge, and from that status that you will be developing to make a recommendation for maybe a better sales promotion approach for this particular product or this particular brand within the context of their particular opportunity or their particular challenge, right? So part 1 is really focused on this proper assessment of the situation, and part 2 is to build upon the key conclusions that you make in part 1 and go about developing this recommendation for a stronger sales promotion approach, right? It's pretty straightforward. It's 2-step dance, if I may say. So for this particular module 3, you will find all the information that you need to understand the full scope of the project, of course, but particularly what is expected from you in terms of the part 1, right? And what is the part 1 deliverable indeed? Well, the part 1 deliverable, like part 2, is a narrated presentation. So you will see in the description for the assignment how to submit section, and as you will see, a Dropbox on Angel for this particular presentation, you will also see on how to submit this presentation online. It's very straightforward, as you will see. You have different options depending upon which system you have, but it is straightforward. I have already used that with students in some of my previous online classes, and it works like a charm. And you will be actually discovering some of these new techniques and new ways to build presentation virtually, which I'm sure you will be using down the road in your professional life, right? So I'm just trying to be sure that I don't forget anything, right? So this term project that you have for the term project part 1 and also the term project part 2 is really built up to help you start to reach the highest level of learning for this particular topic, which is called sales promotion, right? So here, what I would like you to do, and what I'm sure you want yourself to do, is to take all the concepts, all the rules, all the principles that you have been exposed to so far, that you have hopefully integrated through the quizzes and the assignments, and to take them all and use them to go to the next level of learning, to try to use them to properly evaluate and analyze a sales promotion campaign from a product, a current product, in a current market, right? That's really the point of this particular term project. When you will be reaching part 2, you will be doing the same, but this time you will have the opportunity to integrate more concepts and more principles, more rules, because we have covered more of them as we go through the modules, right? To then this time build up your recommendation for a better sales promotion campaign, right? As you move along, you will have still the talk with your professor section, where you can ask me questions about the module, and as this module is particularly and virtually singularly focused on the term project, I guess your questions will be on the term project. But you also have a forum that will be open with access to some of the managers at the marketing agencies that I have partnered with to put together this term project, so that you can ask them questions related maybe more to the product or the brand or the challenge from a marketing standpoint that they have been exposed to, and that they have kindly shared with us for your own benefit. So what do you want to do from there, right? Well, you want first to read the term project part 1 description document, which is a Word document. Remember the rules of this course. Do not assume. Read the assignment. Do not assume what this assignment is about, and do not assume what you have to deliver. Trust me. Read my lips. Everything is spelled out in the assignment about what you have to, what is the project about, what you have to deliver, and how we suggest you work on delivering this particular presentation. So that's the first thing. The second thing, there are a bunch of creative briefs that you might want to look at, and you have to look at. And if you have more than one, it means that you have 2 products or 2 challenges to pick from and choose from for your term project, right? You won't have to work on all, you pick one. So read the creative brief to better understand the product that the assignment is on, or this particular challenge is on. What is a particular challenge? What is the target? What are some of the conditions surrounding the challenge for this particular product? Look at all the creative brief and decide which one you would like to tackle, right? Look at all the other supportive documents. All those sales promotion are for one product, a real challenge that the marketing agencies that we are partnering with is actually facing for one of our clients. So it's not a made-up challenge. It's real, right? It is so real that some of the ideas that you have, some of the recommendations that you make, some of the observations that you will be sharing with us might become part of what the agency will share with the client. And some of your ideas might even become part of a campaign, right? So the real deal. So you want to look at all the other supportive documents, retailers profile, because all of those challenges and each of the opportunities of products that you could be working on are all aligned and associated with a retailer where we want the sales promotion to be happening in or at, so that it's a real full sales promotion scope, right? You also have, lucky you, some A-paper narrated presentations. So I have, as I said, I have had this class already several times, and I have extracted from all what I've been exposed to presentations that I gave a grade to, which I think are very symptomatic and very significant and relevant to share with you, so that you have a good sense of what is a narrated presentation, right? What are the expectations in terms of the level of accomplishment, performance, depth, professionalism, and stuff like that, right? You also have an indication of the grading guideline, the rubric that will be used for this particular narrated presentation, and this grid is actually the one that was used to give an A paper to the A narrated presentations that have been made available to you under the module 3 for the term project part 1 briefing documents, right? So you have all what you need to start to rock and roll. You actually, in this overview of the module, you also have at the bottom of this overview, you have a little video which explains to you how to use VoiceThread, which is one of the options that you can have to submit your narrated presentation. If I were in your shoes, I would use VoiceThread. It's very easy, it's cool, it's very efficient, the deal. So there is a video very short video to explain to you how to go about using VoiceThread, right? So now you are ready to rock and roll, you're on your starting block, right? And now you can move on to the next section where you will have a deeper understanding of what the actual challenge is about, the term project is about, and particularly the part 1, right? Thank you very much.